I'm sitting in my room after our homeschool day. I'm enjoying an afternoon espresso, which does not keep me up. I'm pretty used to it. Ironically, black tea in the afternoon will keep me up more than espresso. I'm really excited to share this week's video with you. I noticed that everyone is putting out gift guides this time of year. Earlier and earlier, all the time it seems. I was actually thinking, oh, it's a little early for a gift guide, and then this week I saw all these gift guides come out. But anyway, this is a gift guide of sorts. What it is really is my own wish list. It's stuff, I don't necessarily have it. I actually don't have most of it, haven't tried most of it, to be honest, but it's things that I think are really cool, things that I've researched, things that I found, things that I think would be amazing gifts, things that I have just found over the past year or two that I think are like, wow, these are so great. I love them and I would love to have them myself. So this is like older farmhouse wish list for Christmas. It's just for fun, it's aspirational, it's stuff that I think is cool, cool things that I have found on the interwebs that I would love to share with you that you might think are cool too. A few of them are affiliate links, but most of them are not. I will link everything at the bottom in case you want to check it out for yourself. So without further ado, here is the Old Pearl Farmhouse Christmas Wish List 2023. My first item is this bag from Patricia NASH Designs. She is a handbag designer I found out about from the Daily Connoisseur, and she makes these amazing looking vintage style handbags. This particular one is made with this, that the leather is like deep dyed in this way that won't fade or scuff. It's some kind of old process, and I just love the shape of it so much. It's just like the perfect lady bag. I really like that other small red one too. It's called the Consolise frame satchel bag. So sweet. It's a little smaller than the other one, which is the Florentina frame crossbody. Looks like they both have a longer strap, so you can go cross it over your body though. This is the Florentina in brown. It comes in green and brown and black, and then some kind of leopard print as well, which is on a different page. I love this rich brown. I think it's called like British brown or something, and the leather is tanned with vegetables, so there's these beautiful rich colors. I love that brown. And then she has these really cool map bags too. Isn't that the coolest? I would love to go on a weekend trip and pack all my stuff in that map bag. It seems like so much fun. Then speaking of bags, this is another little small business that I love, French Connections. They're a store in North Carolina, but they also do a lot of online order. You can order online. They do a lot of gorgeous French fabrics, and they also sell these African baskets and bags. They go over, or they have buyers who go over to Africa, to Botswana and Senegal, and they find these beautiful bags. So I have wanted a French market bag for years, but they're usually just plain straw, and the ones that they sell at French Connections from Africa are woven in these different fun colors, which I really like because I just love color and pattern, and I think it's a little more exciting and interesting than the plain beige French market bags, even though I love those too. But I think that their selection that they've got is great, and I just read a note at the top of the website that said the quality of the baskets keeps going up because they're the people in Ghana and Botswana and Senegal, where they're buying from, they're just refining and perfecting their basket weaving all the time and selling these baskets overseas, and they're getting better and better and better at it, so the quality is going up and up and up. I would love to have any one of these market. I love that U shape with the handles. I think that would probably be my summer purse. I think any one of them is just gorgeous. And French Connections is a really cool store too. Their fabric is great. My sister-in-law got fabric from them and used it to make curtains for her entire house. And oh my goodness, does it look fabulous. This beautiful, gorgeous French fabric. I should do a video on that so you could see it. But aren't these bags just the
the best. I really like the black and white ones too. It's like subtle, sort of just like a subtle riff on the French market bag, but with a little more color, a little more texture and pattern. Yeah, I think this one was my favorite. And they'll retail for about $49, which as French market baskets go is extremely reasonable. I like that one with like, so this one's from Ghana and they're all fair trade, which I love. So there's actual women in a cooperative making these baskets for sale. And I feel like if you're going to buy a basket, support these ladies. Look at that. I love those stripes on the side. Just the details are incredible. And speaking of incredible detailing, I have recently gone down a bit of a rabbit hole researching Fair Isle sweaters. I have a few myself, not really Fair Isle, but you know the style, and I just love them so much, and I would love to have more. And I just Googled around and did some research, and I found this company, Oldfield Outfitters, out of England. Free express worldwide shipping, orders over 300 pounds. So we're not in the cheap range here at all, but this is an aspirational, fun list of things that are just gorgeous and pretty. Look at the detail on this sweater. So these are authentic Fair Isles. They're made on machines, but they're made in the Shetland Isles with local wool and old patterns from the 20s and 30s that they happen to have in their possession. So they're very, very authentic. And next to getting on the 3-year-long waiting list to get a hand knit one from the Fair Isles and spend 1,000 pounds or more, this is as good as it gets. And their whole website, oh my gosh, they do all of these. They don't just do sweaters, they also do these really cool Marlene trousers, which they say work really well with their Shetland sweaters. You could see what a classic silhouette. It'd be like you just stepped out of an Agatha Christie novel. So they do these beautiful, beautiful crafted, like these are also like, yeah, wool, a tweed from Donegal. They're made in England. Everything's sourced from Ireland or the UK. So most of their Fair Isles are these cardies with this shawl collar, but they also do have some vests, and they have, here we go. So it has this shawl collar and then buttons. So I guess we would definitely have to wear like a blouse underneath of it. And I love the little buttons. This is the gray colorway, but they have several different colorways. This darker navy, so there's a gray and a navy, and then this is called the Pretty Ladies Blue Yoke Fair Isle sweater, which is lovely. And then the Florence Fair Isle, I like that too. It's like a pink. Then I also came across this amazing company, Revival Vintage, while I was researching the Fair Isles, and they're also out of the UK, and they do all of this reproduction, a lot of repros and some genuine vintage articles from like the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. So before I get to the sweaters real quick, there's another small company. They have like 7 employees, and they do all I love this little evening bag. It's so sweet. It's like imitation silk floral evening bag. How sweet and charming. It makes me think of Cinderella, the colors. But I digress. I found them because of their sweaters, and they get reproduction Fair Isle sweaters made for them by another, I think a Scottish company that knits them right there, and there's like a zero waste process with the wool, and it's locally sourced wool, local to the UK as well. So here we go. We've got hats. They've got all these cardies in all these different colorways. They're just so charming, and they say they have kind of a cropped fit as well, which works really well. Then they also have these pullovers with the yoke neck, which is my favorite. I just love a yoke neck on a Fair Isle. I think it's really flattering. For me, sometimes the horizontal stripes are not as flattering. So you can see here they have vintage replicas and then true vintage. They also ship to the United States. as well. And I did look into the shipping fees, and it wasn't terrible. I can't remember now what it was, but it wasn't. This is my favorite colorway. So it's made from Shetland wool. There it is. And I think that model is the owner of the shop, I believe. So if you want to dress like it's World War II in Great Britain, this is definitely the shop for you. But I love these looks. I think they're so sweet. And the sweaters are just gorgeous. They have some really cool things for men as well. So yeah, classic 1940s or 50s era style, hand produced in Scotland. This one is called Old Rose Blue. I like this too, Fauna Green it's called. Also hand produced in Scotland. And they have a snug fit, which I like, is kind of fitted. So these are made by a different company, but also in Scotland, Harley of Scotland, and the Cardis are made by, I cannot remember the name, but it's another Scottish manufacturer. But they're both made exclusively for this shop, I believe. And you see how it's got that deep ripped bottom, so it has this cool fitted shape that's going to look very vintage and retro, and will look nice with a skirt or with a dress. Really cool website or shop, and I'm really glad to have discovered them. How cute is that? 50s style. I love the color. That is really pretty. They've got a lot of great modeling too, so you can see. Look at that outfit. I love that with like the plaid wool skirt and then the cardi and the blouse underneath. I think this is the shop foundress here. So cool. And it just looks great. Like, what a classic look. Look at the detail on that yoke and those shoes. Oh my gosh. I guess I was born in the wrong era. Then over at Etsy, I found this Pachamama shop. They hand knit these Fair Isle sweaters in Nepal at a women's collective, and I thought this one was really lovely as well. Possibly a little more muted colors than the Shetland Fair Isles from the UK. They had some other really gorgeous colorways as well, and vests, and they're all hand knit, which I think is really cool. Also, I really love these quilted jackets. There are a lot of them on Etsy. They seem to be made in India mostly. I love this one with the patch pockets on the front. Most of the ones I see on Etsy don't have these pockets, but I think they would be really handy. I would love to have one of these jackets for like a fall jacket. I love the colors. Some of them are reversible, and Etsy just seems to be full of them. Okay, now this is something I already own. It is the Rita Koenig's Ultimate Guide to Interior Design course on Create Academy. If you love that eclectic, collected, English country, old country house, old world style, I cannot recommend this course enough. I learned so much from going through all the modules, and I continue to go back to it and write in the notebook that that comes with the course, not notebook, workbook that comes with the course. So I highly recommend it, and I have a code for 15% off. I will drop that in the box below if any of you all are interested in gifting someone else or yourself this course for Christmas. I think it would be a lovely gift. This is something else that I already own, but I would love to have more of. We got some Emile Henry serveware and pie dishes when we got married, and they are so gorgeous. I love the ruffled edge. They are extremely sturdy. They have held up beautifully for almost 15 years now, and I use them daily. They make the most beautiful pies, and they're so beautiful to serve things in. I have an oval gratin dish that I serve all kinds of things in and probably use it 5 times a week. And I use the pie dishes as serving dishes too when they don't have pies in them. I have red ones, and I would take them in any color. I would love to have some more of these. They sell them over at Williams-Sonoma. That's where I got mine. In addition to the pie dishes, they have these sets of serveware. I would love to get this one in red. There's like 3 or 4 rectangular dishes and a circular pie dish. I think that's a great set. And then they have, these are new, these bread bakers. Oh my gosh, I love this. So it's like a loaf pan, and then it has a lid on it. I really like to make bread with the Artisan in 5 bread book. Been doing it for years. It's the easiest and quickest way to make bread that I know of. And I would love to get a loaf pan like that, especially with a top to kind of give it a shape. I currently bake everything in my cast iron pan, which works really well too. But that is just so pretty. Here is that serveware set, 5-piece ruffled bakeware set. This would be so great. It is literally like from the oven to the table. They're so good looking. They're so pretty. I also love this bread cloche for like a round loaf of bread. When you cover the loaf when you're baking it, it makes this really awesome crispy crust and a moisture inside. And sometimes I try to recreate this by putting a stainless steel bowl over my cast iron skillet, but I would love to have a purpose-built tool for that. That would be really fun. And this one is beautiful to boot, and it says Le Pain on the outside in cursive, which means bread in French. I mean, how cute is that? And look at those beautiful loaves. So yes, gorgeous. This is something that I love and admire and have given to other people and would love to have myself, is Williams-Sonoma hand soap and lotion set. These are so nice, I think, to put in your bathroom during the holidays when you're having guests. And they're so pretty in that little caddy. So charming. And I think this one even has a dish soap in it, which must smell divine. Someone whom I admire greatly is Mimi Thorisson. She is a French cookbook author, and she lives with her family in Turin, Italy these days, but they also have a rural property in France. She just wrote a book about Italian cooking, and she has done this collection in collaboration with Anthropologie of Italian dishes and serveware and tablecloths, napkins, candles. It's very pretty. I love the candlesticks and the plates and the glasses. I love everything about this collection. Look at that beautiful carafe. And there's an apron, there's some serving utensils, spoon rest, there's pot holders, and there's Mimi and her Italian cookbook. If you don't follow her on Instagram, go over and give her a follow right now. She posts the most beautiful pictures of her family and food, and she, in my mind, is really a style icon. I love her recipes. Everyone I've tried has been wonderful, but I mostly go look at her books, honestly, for her style. I love her sense of style. beautiful candlesticks there. They've got some kind of splatter paint on them or something. This must be a traditional Italian look. I've seen some kind of French pottery that looks like this too. Those are so pretty. What a nice gift. And it seems like everything is on sale right now at Anthropologie, so great time to scoop these up for someone or for yourself. The dishes she designed have this really pretty kind of, it looks like some kind of wheat or vine or laurel pattern. I don't know my plants well enough to say, but I do know that it's very pretty. Here's what I'd really love to have is this gorgeous serving bowl. It would be so lovely, I think, to serve pasta out of this bowl. This is an idea I got actually from Rita Koenig's book Domestic Bliss, which she wrote in the early 2000s. It is hilarious, by the way. I highly recommend it. But she talks about scenting your home, which is something that I have never really gotten into and had sort of thought of as just like Glade plugins or something. But she recommends potpourri from this place, Santa Maria Novella, in Florence, Italy. Well, they ship worldwide, and apparently they're like the oldest perfumery in existence. I think they were started in the 1200s by monks, and they have this very famous potpourri. I guess it's legendary, and she says it's just absolutely delicious. And a bag of it is only $35, and then they have other things like oil diffusers, and they have a lot of scents as well, like cologne and eau de parfum. And now that I remember, my great Aunt Barbara, my dearly beloved great Aunt Barbara, who passed away this past fall, she always smelled like roses. And I remember some of my cousins and I once asked her what perfume was that she wore. And I think that she told us it was the rose water from Santa Maria Novella, which at the time I was a child and it didn't mean much to me, but it just rang a bell when I looked at their site and I thought that was the delicious smell. And Barbara always smelled so delicious. So I'm sure that their potpourri is just as delicious. Here's their rose water, Acqua di Rose. And I'm very tempted to order some Acqua di Rose as well, although they do have a sampler of all of their cologne and perfumes, like little sample size that you can get for, I think, about $35. And just to be on the safe side, I might order the sampler first. The diffusers are a little more expensive, but they might be more long lasting. I'm really not familiar with the world of scenting your home, but reading Domestic Bliss by Rita Koenig, you will get interested in doing it. She talks about layering scent and perfume and oils and in this really interesting way. So I am now totally intrigued. And Santa Maria Novella, anything that was started by monks in the year 1221 has got to be good, right? It's still going strong all these years later. This is another American company that I love. They are based out of Minnesota and they still mill their own wool there, and they make these beautiful blankets, Faribault Mill. Gorgeous. I love this plaid. They make all kinds of blankets and other things out of wool, and it's all made right here in the USA, and it's very beautiful. I love how these look so cozy for winter. I first saw these painted Alsatian hearts at a shop in Louisville called European Splendor, and they do ship across the country. They're so pretty. They're metal, and then they're hand painted, and they come from the Alsace region of France. They're so charming. I would love to hang these on a tree or on a doorknob. European Splendor also has these really sweet needlepoint little throw pillows, like Paris and Christmas. This one is really cute. Oh, it's hooked. Sorry, not needlepoint. I do not know but hooked. Yeah, that's what that look is. And they've got all these different ones. They're so pretty. I love the vase of flowers, snowflake. The Je t'aime pillow is my favorite. European Splendor also sells, this is their shop front, it's so cute, and they sell Polish pottery and Italian linens, all kinds of things from Europe. Really, really pretty. One of my favorite things they sell are these leather aprons from the Netherlands. They have them. There's the waist apron and then the full length apron. I think these are so cool, and they carry them for men and for women in all different colors. They've got pink and blue. They've got brown, dark brown, light brown, really beat up looking brown. I think these would make such a cool gift. I mean, you could cook with these. Might be good for like a workshop, you know. Speaking of leather aprons, there is this website and YouTube channel, Townsend's, and it's really reproduction clothing. They make the coolest stuff, and most of it they make right here in the USA. They're based out of Indiana. If you want to check out his YouTube channel, it's really interesting. It's just Townsend's. But he makes this leather work apron, and it is great looking. It's so rugged. I think this would be a great gift for a guy, because you could wear it to cook. You could also wear it just to to work in your shop. It's a work apron modeled on the ones that they would have used. I guess in the picture he's chopping wood to chop wood back in the 19th century. Townsend's has a lot of other really cool things like these letter sealing sets and with all different wax seals that you can, they've got all different designs. And then they also have this gorgeous writing paper. It's laid paper. I really have no idea what that means, but it's historically authentic, but I also think it's just beautiful for writing letters. I would love to write letters and then seal them with a wax seal, and I think it would just be great to have that. Send letters to people. Another thing I love of theirs are these voyageur caps. I guess they're what the French voyageurs would have worn, and you could also wear them like for nightcaps at night. They've got a hand knit version and then a machine knit version that's a little less expensive. They're so cute with that tassel that flops down. I think that would be a fun gift for somebody. I love my LL Bean moccasins, and I also love the boots that they make. This is like a special edition pair, this red sole and this bison leather, I guess. I love how these look. I love all their boots, but I think these are really kind of fun and special. They're all still made in Maine, which I love too. This company, Botas Valverde, they make the riding boots that Princess Kate is famous for wearing. Now, hers are from a British brand, but I did some internet sleuthing, and this is actually where that British brand sources their boots. And you can buy them and have them shipped to the US for like, the shipping fee is like $60. And they're really very reasonable, like Bota Kate. This is the Kate boot. There's a couple different versions of it. I think the one she actually wore is about $200, but there are other riding boots that are all very similar. See, that's the one she actually wore. Boot used by Kate Middleton. It's €206, plus the shipping would be like $60. But these are made in Huelva, Spain. And the quality, I'm sure, is wonderful. And then they've got other similar boots, hunting boots and riding boots and polo boots, and they all are about €130 or so. So their website you can translate it into English. But they've got and they also have beautiful shoes, and they even have some things for kids too. But I would love to wear those boots that Kate Middleton has. She wears them a lot, and I've admired them a long time, and I just did a little sleuthing and I found Botas Valverde. So I think that these would be a really cool gift for guys or for girls or for kids. OKABASHI shoes and sandals. They are made in Georgia, another made in USA. I love my OKABASHI sandals, and I would love to get these Journey Slim waterline sandals. It's not really the time of year for sandals unless you're lucky enough to be taking a trip, but I think they have such a pretty line, and they remind me of the Saint-Tropez sandals that they sell, like, you know, people wear in the south of France on the beach. But these would be better because they would last a lot longer. The OKABASHI sandals are really tough. They're made of this recycled material, and you can actually wash them in your dishwasher. I also really like the little ballet flats with the perforations. I think they're so elegant and pretty. I would love them in any color. And then Etsy again has this beautiful emerald necklace. They're like rough cut emeralds or something. It's so pretty. And I would love to have one of these stacker rings. This is also at Etsy. They're like lab created emeralds, but the metal is real, sterling silver. And they're so pretty. They're just like these tiny little stackers. I like the emerald one the best, but I think they have all different gem tones. I love Swatch watches. They're so fun. They're really fun watches, and they're really good quality. I haven't had one in a while, and I like to go to their website and see what fun things they have that are new. This year they have this one, How Majestic, and apparently the Queen's clothes change color as the time passes throughout the day, which, how fun is that? For the first time I've ever seen, they're also offering a tank watch this year. I think these are so beautiful. They come in 3 or 4 different colors. I really love the green one the best. This is pretty much my idea of a perfect watch, a Swatch tank watch. How great. I also really like this one, Allegoria della Primavera by Botticelli, on a watch. So pretty. They have a couple different Botticelli watches right now and quite a few different fine art scenes on a watch. I think I like this one because the colors are just so pretty. I also really like this purple one just because it's so classic Swatch. And I love this Swatch Café de Fleur for Not in Paris, which is like a brand, Not in Paris, I guess. It's a Café de Fleur watch. I love sitting at cafes so much, and I think it'd be fun to have a watch to remind you all the time that it would probably be a great time to go sit and have a coffee. I like the colors too. Okay, this is a subscription to Sleek Technique Ballet Fitness. These two girls, Victoria and Flick, they are British former pro dancers, and they started this online Sleek Technique ballet workout system. And I've done a lot of their free courses, and I absolutely love them. The workouts are awesome, and they're really nice, and everything's really well organized, and it's very, very balletic. If you love ballet, it's a really genuine ballet workout. And I would love to have a subscription to their workout site. I highly, highly recommend them. And then for me, there's nothing that says Christmas like a cozy pair of classic pajamas. I love pajamas and nightgowns from Lands of Salzburg. I really liking this blue one this year. I have one of their gowns, and it's so cozy in the winter, and it's just so old school and old fashioned. I find it super charming. And then these are at the Vermont Country Store. I love the Vermont Country Store. The fairy tale flannel nightgown. I think this one is possibly the prettiest nightgown I've ever seen in flannel. And it comes in white and pink, and I also think light blue. It's really, really pretty for Christmas morning. Just gorgeous and so classic. I also love this one in Toile, also at the Vermont Country Store. I love the shawl collar on this one. And I love these pajamas with the, just like pants pajamas too. They're so, so pretty. They also have these double quilted flannel bed jackets at the Vermont Country Store for cozy breakfast in bed, I imagine. I think they're gorgeous. And they have pockets in the front too. How pretty is that? This is another pajama place that I love, Petite Plume, and I love their silk collection. Oh my gosh. How fun would it be to have a silk nightgown? I mean, silk pajamas, but something about a silk nightgown too. I love this red color. Just so soft. And this one is my favorite in the pink. And it's like super long, goes down to your ankles. So scrumpy.
I hope that you enjoyed my Old World Farmhouse Christmas gift wish list for 2023. I hope that you found some things in there that you've never heard of, that you would love to go check out, that you could either gift yourself or other loved ones in your life, or just keep on your own wish list for the future. And let me know in the comments what you think, and if you have any other cool resources that I don't know about for things that I should be adding to my wish list. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye for now.